Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow Earth travelers. Oblix here, coming at you today from Project Ozone Lite. How y'all doing today? So, last time we made behind me this villager creator spawner thingamajigdealio. And we crafted a few villagers and probably threw them into this tinker's tank because we evil. And then we may have ground one up in the Ender IO. Yeah. So, moving on from all the mass destruction of villager type peoples, today I want to start on Avaritia. We have a whole section of quest right here in the Welcome to Life. If I wouldn't click on the wrong thing, all these Avaritia things we have to do, and it all starts with dire crafting. So we need to build a dire crafting table. So if I look at that, it is these crystal matrix ingots and double compressed crafting table, which is a 9 compressed crafting tables, which is 9 crafting tables. That's a lot of crafting. And whenever you start talking a lot of crafting, I start thinking we have a machine for that. So let's come over here and do that. We want this. So one of those. And this is probably the only time we'll ever need to make this. So, whatever. And we need one of those. And I think we actually already have a sit on there. Crafting table. Yes, we do. So, we'll come over here. Pop it in like it does so. Pop it in like it does so. And come over here. And say, crafting. Yes, I'd like one double crafting table, please. Thank you. So it's gonna make with the crafty. And there we go, double compressed crafting table. All right. Now we gotta make these crystal matrix ingots. So that takes these diamond lattice, which is just 5 diamonds. And I think we already have a crafting recipe for these guys and a couple nether stars. So let's check that we have those. Lattice. We do, right there. So that will let us make the crystal matrix ingot. Now let's make sure we don't already have one of those. Spell it right. Crystal. There you go. We already have it. So fantastic. So let's just get 9 of those real quick. 9 is 10. 10 is good. Make. Done. Make. Done. We now have the massive crafting table from Avaritia. Now we need to go claim that loot chest. Excellent. I thought we claimed that. Claim it. Give it. Okay, so now that opens up all these remaining ones. So we got to make a sword of craziness. Giblets of craziness. Ooh, we need to make with the... Oh, we did that. And armor of craziness. That's the thing. Let's check what's in here. Blah, blah. Don't care. Do. We got resonant converter. That's not terrible. So we need to make some more of these guys. Crystal is style. Let's just make 10. Go. This time I'm going to pull them out, put them in inventory, so that it sees that, hey, we have... come on, see. Come on, you can see clearly now. The rain has gone. See me! It doesn't see me. I'm holding him in my hand. Maybe I put him in my hand. There we go. Oh, but you see that? It did take them, so it did see. It's just not... Okay, there it goes. Now it goes... Okay. So now that we have this guy, we can go ahead and start making these neutron collectors. We need these to collect piles of neutron, which will turn into neutron nuggets, or neutronium nuggets, which will turn into neutronium ingots. Oh, see? Blah, blah. And then these come from this guy. So, yikes, look at all that quartz, all that iron, all that redstone, and several of these crystal matrix ingots. My. So what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 18, 20 redstone blocks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 quartz. Ugh. Redstone. Boom. Dog it. You really got to remember to have your mouse up there. Block of quartz. And we need iron. Yes, please. And then crystal. Wait, was that it? What is it called? Yeah, crystal. Blind, I can't see it. $64, please. Go. Make it with the making. It'll take it a second because it's got to craft all those diamond lattices. There we go. 64. Boom. Done. So the question is, can we plus click into here? Yes, we can. Si se puede. All right. There's 2. Do we have enough? Do we have enough? We do. Yay! And if we get some more redstone and some more iron, we can make some more. So let's grab some more redstone and iron. The more of these we have, the faster we're going to get the neutronium, because it's not a quick process. Let's just say that. What am I doing here? Click with the go. Make with the crafty. Do I have enough? Yes. I'm out of quartz and redstone again. Or I wasn't out of quartz before, but we'll start with 6. I'm going to need a lot more than 6. But we're going to start with 6. Now, I think I want to put these... We need to put a giddy outer... Well, I have my wireless dealio bobber. I think we're going to set this in the blue dome. I really hadn't planned this to be in the blue dome, but I think this is a good place for it. And we've done absolutely nothing with the blue dome. Wow, that's a lot of clear glass right there beside each other. I've never noticed that much there before. That's okay. It just kind of sticks out a little bit like a store thumb. Does store thumbs really stick out that much? I don't know. So let us see. How do we want to connect to these things? I kind of like seeing the bits flow. So maybe duct. With duct we can see the bits flow. Yes. Of course that's impulse item duct. I don't have very much of that. Maybe we do mechanism. Oh, complete brain just shut down, not even working, not even coming close to saying, hey, you could do this. This is what you type in here. Oh my goodness. That's the ultimate. Those are stupid fast. I want it a little slower than that. Don't we have the slower ones? I want the slower ones. I want to see them flowing through. Maybe not the basic. Well, let's start with the basics. 32 should be enough. And then we'll go with advanced. No, I need alloy. Give me alloy. Alloy. I'll take 1,000, please. Yes, make that happen. So they should be filling up. They are. Boom. There we go. Now, let's see. Eventually, I'm going to want a whole boatload of these. So we're going to set them here and just make a big honking line, I think. Well, that's a pretty big line right there. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these guys, see, their progress is fairly slow. But it is progress, so progress is good. Get our configurator out. I said get the configurator out. Come on. And we're going to need a draw. And I think we can use a compacting. I can't remember. I don't remember if a compacting works or not on these. We'll try. So can I get in there and get this? Well, if I would put it in the right mode, that would help. All right, now can I get in there? Yes. Yes, 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 and yes. So slow. This is why we're going to need 8,000 of these things. Yep. Because they are so ridiculously slow. Just awful. So while that is taking 800 years to craft, let's go get that crafting. Oh, I thought that was I thought these blocks were missing. I was like, why is there a hole here? That's a funny shaped hole. Let's go get that funky crafting table. And we will bring it back with us. And we will put it in here because this is where all the goodies are going to be for Avaritia. And we'll just put it right there. Boom. Perfect. Ugh. So in the interim, let us get some more of these going. Crystal. And I craft 100. Sure, why not? And wow, that's crafting 100 of those. Let me get some redstone and some iron, 2 and 3, and some quartz, 1 and 2 and 3. Now we go back to Avaritia. And I'm using what Shift Plus will load up the crafting menu with as many as it can hold. So it's just a quick way to craft all at one time for anyone who did not know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we just pop these guys down. And we'll configure. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Oops, I missed the second boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. There we go. We haven't got anything yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta be getting close. Oh my, it's so slow. I'm gonna want 8 million of these. Yep, that's it. Exactly 8 million. This is definitely not going to be enough. Must have more. So off camera, I will be crafting a ton of these things. You know, speaking of ton, while that crafts, let's run over. We haven't checked our induction matrix in a really long time. I've been working on and off. It's been actually a while since I've done some more work on it, but here's our induction matrix. This is our battery, and boy howdy is it big. Now that mechanism fusion reactor is feeding it, and I've got it cranked up, not all the way, but I do have it cranked up fairly highly. Highly? It's doing good, let's put it that way. And it's capable of producing about 5 million RF a tick. That's 5 million RF a tick. Plus we're also getting power from our ZPEs in the mining dimension. We have an entire chunk of ZPEs in the mining dimension. And we have a extreme reactor that's also pumping power into here. Though nobody's even close to as much power as that fusion reactor is. This guy right now today has 85 trillion RF. So thousands, millions, billions, trillions. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And to check on our fullness, remember we got to put those induction matrix cells in here to give it power. We are on about the, I think, second level. Yep, second level. We are only filling in the second level, and we're already up to 85 trillion RF. We still have all this to go. Yeah, we're still working on this thing. That is a boatload of resources to craft one of these bad boys, but my goodness, is it crazy power. Now, y'all saw me breaking it and breaking blocks and stuff, but you notice it didn't lose any power. Mechanism is a wonderful thing. So, keep working on that off camera. I do want to fill it up before the end of the series, if at all possible. Some weirdness does not ensue. I really want it to be full to show you you can fill one up in survival. Why did our neutron? We didn't know what that. No, come out. Why you no come out? Do you not come out from the bottom? Is that not a thing? Why don't you come out? You got one in you. You come out from the back. Why you no come out? Hello? Or do you just not like mechanism? Is that it? Your mechanism prejudice? You see mechanism prejudice. I don't like prejudice mods. Especially not mods that are prejudiced against mechanism, because I love mechanism. Wow, that just does not seem to like mechanism at all. Nope. Well, okay. That's a thing. How rude. Oh, I really thought that would get them all. Alright. So, no mechanism. There you go. Seriously, how rude is that? Alright, so instead we're going to have to use something else. What can we use? Well, first off, let's make sure this can go in here. Can it go in here? Yes, it can. And notice it goes all the way to the ingot. Fantastic! So at least we get one win for the day. Can it work with conduit? Just bog standard Ender IO conduits. That one still has one. Let's put that in there like that. Let's put this to insert like that. And can I get to it? Not really. Gonna have to take out the blocks down here. Come on, I clickety. Extract always. Did you take it out? You did. So it likes Ender IO. It does not like mechanism. How rude. Oh, prejudice mod. So there's our two piles. Yeah, okay, so we can do this, but we're going to have to use Ender IO. Wah, 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 wah. But I wanted to see it. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's get a conduit probe out. And let's see if I remember how to use these goofy things. Is that it? Connection to no. Copied conduit settings. There we go. Now, do I set it back to blue? What do I do? How do I use this thing? Make it work. No, I don't want to copy those settings. I want to copy these settings. Now we'll put those settings here. Now, did I? That's the question. You know, I use these in virtually every series, and I can never remember how the stupid things work from the start. I always have to play with them. It does seem to have worked, because that guy is empty. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rip out this little line of blocks here. Hello. Can I fly, please? Because I don't have to go set all these. Thank you. And let's check this guy. Did he sit? Always active. All right. See, not active. Come over here. Clickety click. And now always active. Fantastic. So it is just a right. It's a shift right click to copy and a right click to paste the settings into other conduits. But it does have to be in the yellow mode, which is a shift and mouse rotation. I know that's confusing. I didn't write this stupid thing. All right. So don't go blaming me. Let's get all these back in here. In no particular order, on purpose. And boom, and boom. There we go. Alright, so we are now collecting Neutronium, which is good. So we've got a few nuggets, and we're just going to let that sit and run. And I'm going to keep expanding this as we go to... We'll grow our system. In fact, let's toss a couple more on. We're here. Why not? So we'll need some more redstone. And we're going to need some more iron. And you know what? Let's just grab just a literal crap ton here. Is this actually a little crap ton? I don't know. We're grabbing a lot. How about that? Crystal. I know we crafted a bunch more. We did. Excellent. I'm going to pop that open. We're going to say make those. And I'm going to shift plus. And that gives us 9 more. Nice. And let's get our conduit. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, it sure would be nice if I could reach that from here, but I don't think I can. Dang it, Bobby! Kind of a pain to have to rip the floor out to get to these things, I gotta say. Now, where did I stop? Is it there? No. There? Nope. There? Nope. There? Yeah. Okay, so you get it. You get it. You get it. You get it. Get it. Get it. Ooh, did that one get got? We'll double get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Now, everybody get got? Looks like it. Awesome. So slow. So slow. Yeah, before we can do anything else in this mod, because like to make the sword, we gotta have Neutronium. We have to make these infinity ingots. To make the infinity ingots, this is it. Yeah, it's crazy. Look at all this Neutronium we need. Look at all we need to make infinity crystals. I mean, look at this nonsense. We are going to have to craft every giblet in the game. It's crazy times. Crazy food. We've got to craft those stupid coins from Thermal Foundation that nobody crafts ever. We're going to need a red matter from Project E. So we're going to have to get into some Project E. And then, same with the armor. To craft the armor, we got to do all this stupidity too. So, including Draconic Evolution, we're going to have to get into that. But in order to collect the basics, we want to start getting this Neutronium. And we just kind of want to let it sit here and do its thing while we're doing all that other stuff, while we're working on all those other mods. Getting our Draconic armor up and running, getting, Project E going. This guy's going to be sitting in the background just collecting giblets. Which, at the end of the day is going to help us, much the way that we're collecting the compressed cobblestone. Let's take a look at that. If you remember, way back in the day, I mean way back in the day, back when we were on an island here in the middle, back when we were way over here, and this was an island before the Taurus was even crafted, we started collecting compressed cobblestone. So we set up all these cobblestone generators. These are the full tilt boogie versions, and piped them into these storage drawers. And these storage drawers are just using some Ender IO conduit to bounce the stone around. So this one's taking cobblestone, turning it into compressed cobblestone, taking that, turning it into double compressed cobblestone, which is being fed up to here. The double compressed is turning into triple compressed, which is turning into quadruple compressed. You see where I'm going here? The quadruple compressed is being piped over to here, turning into quintuple compressed, turning into sextuple compressed, being piped up to here. The sextuple is being turned into septuple, the septuple being turned into octuple. And we now have 103 octuple compressed cobblestone. And the reason why is look at the EMC value right there in yellow where it says EMC. That's 43 million EMC per block. So for each octuple compressed cobblestone, we're going to get 43 million EMC. So pretty much everything in the game has an EMC value. So if we just go on back to regular old Minecraft junk and we look at stone, it has an EMC value of 1. Granite, value of 16. The harder it is to acquire the item, generally speaking, not always, the more EMC value it has. So dirt has a 1, but grass has a 2 because grass is a little bit harder. Birchwood has an 8. Brick slabs is 32 because it's actually quite challenging to make those guys. Pumpkin is 144. But you notice these are all very low numbers. I mean, This one, a block of diamonds, an entire block, that's 9 diamonds, is only 73,000 EMC. Bookshelf, 408. It's just not a lot. You get into some of these other mods, Botania's, the Azul Joe that we use back over on our fountain in the Taurus, is only 1,888. Mossy Cobblestone from Chisel's worth 9. Let's look what a block of nether stars would be. Nether star. What do they call it? Block. We can find it here quicker, I think. Here they are. 1 million. So 9 nether stars is worth 1,253,376 EMC. Wow. A regular nether star is only worth 139,000. Emerald is pretty good if I remember right. Let's see. So emerald is worth 16,000 and a block is 147,000. So pretty similar to nether stars. But octuple compressed cobblestone or is it septuple, quintuple, quadruple? Octuple is 43 million. It's a beautiful thing. It's one of the highest values in the game, if not the highest value in the game. So hence why we've been collecting it for the entire series, so that we'll have enough of it to use with our Project E. We can craft everything quick and easy, no problemo. So we're just going to let that sit there and do its thing. And we're going to let these whatever Neutronium thingamabobberdealios neutron collectors sit here and do their thing. Should have set these up a long time ago, quite honestly. You see, it is very slow. I will expand these between episodes. Hopefully, if I can get some time, I will grow them out to here and probably grow them up a couple layers, and maybe even grow them out a few layers just to let it craft as many as we can. But before I sign off, we will set up I will go ahead. Oh, look at that. We have more induction matrices to put into our system. I totally forgot I crafted these. Well, by gum, let's go do that real quick while we're thinking about it. What I generally do is just craft a whole bunch of them, overnight. I'll start the auto craft running and then just go to bed and let it craft all night. And then when I get up the next morning, sometimes they're even still running at that point, but definitely by the time I get home from work the next day, they're done and I can go ahead and pop them in. But these I actually crafted some time ago and I just completely forgot. So this is going to be a huge amount of new power capacity for our system here. So we'll fill in both sides. Nice. And there's no pattern to this. There's no specific pattern you have to follow. You can just put stuff anywhere. You can stack up if you want. You can stack, horizontally, vertically. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care. Mechanism is very free-flowing. It's very do what you like. So we'll start this layer here. I won't do it as pretty as I did the last one. But we'll see that this system, you remember it was full before. It's going to have a lot of empty space now for new power. Yeah, it's going to have quite a bit of space for empty 50 power. You won't be able to see it till you put the walls back on it. But you can see we finished out the second layer all together. So the second layer is done. We're starting the third layer. We're not even halfway there yet. And where's our box? There we go. Casings. We'll pop those on. Get the red sparkles. We're good to go. And look at all this new power we can go in. We can come up. And you see now we're producing or inputting the 5 million RF. So can I get more? Sure. You know, I could bump this guy up if I wanted to. So my current injection rate is sitting at 50. We're keeping up on fuel, no problem. I can take him all the way up to 98. This little thing starts spinning like a crazy person. And this number is just going to fly up. You know, the input value is going to increase drastically. If we look at our... Oops. Yeah, we see it up to 6.3. It'll just keep going. I think it goes up to about 12, if I'm not mistaken. So about 12 million RF. But I don't need it that fast, and that does consume a lot of fuel. Though I'm making, you know, this setup here. For those that haven't seen my setup before, it is kind of my common go-to setup for mechanism fusion reactors. Reason being is it produces more than enough fuel to run that generator at full tilt boogie and not die. So it just keeps on trucking. So I have 3 thermal evaporation tanks, and these are all producing brine. They're turning water into brine, all piping into this thermal evaporation chamber, which is turning the brine into liquid lithium. Then I've got another 3 producing brine piping into this guy, making lithium. The lithium comes over here, gets stored, if I don't fall down, into a gargantuan drum. So we've got 65 million lithium sitting here ready to go. We of course pipe that out into the rotary condensators, turning him from gaseous into liquid. Then we're piping that into our solar neutron activators to make tritium, which is a gas, and we're storing them in these ultimate tanks. So I've got 512,000 tritium in that tank right there. But then I've got a mirrored setup right here with also 500,000 or 512,000 tritium sitting there. And then these guys just kind of combine up in the middle. Now that's our T of the DT fuel. So we need our D, which is deuterium. So we've got another rotary condensator for liquid lithium going into a chemical crystallizer with lithium outputting the lithium dust, or taking the lithium dust. Actually, this is a whole different setup. What am I thinking? Good night. We're doing it down here. We're taking the heavy water, we're piping that into a drum where we have 65 million. That was for something completely different. I just needed the lithium because I produce more than enough lithium here. We're running that into an electrolytic separator, the heavy water, to get the deuterium and oxygen, piping the deuterium out. We also have these gaseous 512 ultimate tanks. We've got 2 of those full of deuterium as well. We're running them in parallel, which will act more like these guys. They're basically in parallel as well. So we're feeding both of those in here to get our DT fuel. And of course we're piping out some D and some T down into our generator down here to produce the go-go juice. We're already up to 9.5 and still climbing. It does take a while to climb up to full speed. It has to heat itself up. But as you can see, we're quickly, very rapidly filling this guy up. You know, he's going to hold just a stupid amount of power when it's all said and done with. Alright, let's get on back over here. Get back to the Blue Dome, someplace we don't go very often. Now we're going to have to start showing up. We still haven't gotten our first ingot. We're waiting on one more nugget. It's not too far off, but it is far enough off to be annoying. But I do think that is going to be all the time I got for today. I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya!